In reality, Ananda was a cousin brother of Gautama. Ananda arrived and declared, "I will also become a monk." Gautama began initiating individual into the monastic life. You must pay attention because I am your older brother and I will make one condition if I become your pupil. I'm going to follow you as a disciple, yet I'll never leave your side. Never will you assign me any error. I'll always be in your shadow. I have no difficulty, Gautama responded, turning to face the audience. In reality, Ananda was the cousin brother of Gautama. Ananda arrived and declared, "I will also become a monk," as Gautama began initiating individuals into the monastic life. "You must pay attention because I am your older brother and I will make one condition if I become your pupil. I'm going to follow you as a disciple, yet I'll never leave your side. Never will you assign me any errands. I'll always be in your shadow." "I have no difficulty," Gautama responded, turning to face the audience. He left the kingdom, his son, his wife, and walked away without saying anything. 8 years later, he went to see her because he wanted this possibility that he had experienced to become possible for her. Gautama said to Ananda, "Now, I am going to meet my wife. Please stay away, you are not needed. She is already very offended and angry that I left in the middle of the night. Now if I take you as a companion and go there to meet my wife, she won't take it properly. You please stay here for this." Ananda said, "Keep your word." It was a pretty unsettling circumstance. Gautama never reneges on his promises. He replied, "Okay," and accompanied Ananda to meet his wife. She yelled at him, threw temper tantrums, and labeled him a coward out of her rage. He calmly listened. Then he informed her that the man who had wed her was no longer alive. "But now that I'm here, I'm Buddha, a realized being. The most that man could hope for was perhaps a few more kids. However, a great deal is now feasible. This man is entirely unique. Observe me carefully, I am not the same person." "Nothing happening, you're my husband," she remarked. All of these requirements apply to partnerships like Ananda's. You abandoned this young son, and that makes you a coward. Even his father's identity escapes him. You sprinted off. She spoke extensively. She spoke her entire thought out loud. The Buddha remarked, "That's fine." Then Yashoda pulled her standard prank and asked, "What are you going to give your son?" "Ask your father what he is going to offer you," she said as she brought her son. Gautama had planned in advance. He asked Ananda to bring his begging bowl over the phone. He brought the bowl for alms. He brought the bowl for alms. He called his son and said, "I am giving you the greatest freedom because I do not want you to suffer as a king. My begging bowl will be my legacy." He gave his son, who was then 8 years old, his beggar's bowl, and the boy became a sannyasi. His chance was shattered by Ananda's one requirement. He entirely missed it. Only the wise disciples entered the room where Gautama lay dying. The remainder were all left outside. "I was so close to him but I'm left out of his circle, why?" wailed Ananda. "Why didn't it occur to me?" Gautama said, "How can a spoon taste the soup?" to those who asked him the same question. That awareness of the tongue is necessary. When you impose conditions on life, you stop being alive. When you are reduced to something, you then attempt to decrease the other thing. However, that other object is far from you. The bad thing about Ananda was that